BBC political editor Laura Kunzberg also wrote on Twitter, Gina Coladangelo is leaving her role at the Department of Health. Images and video footage had emerged of Mr. Hancock in an embrace with aide Gina Coladangelo in his ministerial office last month in what was a breach of coronavirus restrictions. Mr. Hancock said in a video posted on his Twitter page, "I've been to see the Prime Minister to resign as Secretary of State for Health and Social Care. I understand the enormous sacrifices that everybody in this country has made, that you have made. Those of us who make these rules have got to stick by them, and that's why I've got to resign." He added, "I want to thank people for their incredible sacrifices and what they have done, everybody working in the NHS, across social care, everyone involved in the vaccine country and everyone in this country who have risen to the challenges we have seen over this past 18 months. I'm very proud of what we have done to protect the NHS at the peak, to deliver that vaccine rollout, one of the fastest in the world. I look forward to supporting the government and the Prime Minister from the backbenches to make sure we can get out of this pandemic, we're so close to the end, and then build back better so this can fulfill its potential, which is so great. I will do that with all my heart." In his resignation letter to Mr. Johnson, the Health Secretary said, "I am writing to resign as Secretary of State for Health and Social Care. We have worked so hard as a country to fight the pandemic. The last thing I would want is for my private life to distract attention from the single-minded focus that is leading us out of this crisis. I want to reiterate my apology for breaking the guidance, and apologize to my family and loved ones for putting them through this. I also need to be with my children at this time." The resigning health secretary continued, "We owe it to people who have sacrificed so much in this pandemic to be honest when we have let them down as I have done by breaching the guidance. The NHS is the best gift a nation has ever given itself, and the dedication and courage of the NHS staff and the ceaseless work of the officials in the department is something we should all be proud of. We didn't get every decision right, but I know people understand how hard it is to deal with the unknown, making the difficult trade-offs between freedom, prosperity and health that we have faced. I am so proud that Britain avoided the catastrophe of an overwhelmed NHS and that through foresight and brilliant science we have led the world in the vaccination effort, so we stand on the brink of a return to normality. The reforms we have started in the health system will ensure it continues to provide even better care for people in years to come. We are building a better NHS which makes smarter use of technology and data, forming a new UK health security agency, delivering positive changes to mental health care, and will fix the problems in social care once and for all. Many times I stood at the podium in Downing Street and thanked the team, my own team, the NHS, the volunteers, the armed services, our pharmacists, GPs, the pharmaceutical industry and the whole British public who have made such sacrifices to help others. Those thanks are heartfelt and sincere, and so I must resign." Mr. Hancock concluded, "It has been the honor of my life to serve in your cabinet as Secretary of State, and I am incredibly proud of what we have achieved. I will of course continue to support you in whatever way I can from the backbenches, and I would like to thank you for your unwavering support, your leadership and your optimism, particularly as we work together to overcome this awful disease." In response, the Prime Minister wrote, "You should leave office very proud of what you have achieved, not just in tackling the pandemic, but even before COVID-19 struck us." Mr. Hancock had apologized for his actions on Friday. The Prime Minister had refused to sack the Health Secretary, with his spokesman saying Mr. Johnson considered the matter closed.